2 minutes. That's it. No gym, no equipment, no membership fee. Just your body, the floor, and 120 seconds of pure stillness. It sounds almost too simple to matter. But here's the thing most people don't realize. The plank isn't just a core exercise. It's a full-body stress test. And when you do it every single day, the changes that happen inside your body are far more interesting than a six-pack. So today, we're going to answer one specific question with science. What actually happens to your body if you hold a 2-minute plank every day? We're talking week 1, week 4, and what's happening 3 months down the line. We'll cover the muscles involved, the neurological adaptations, the postural benefits, what the research actually says, and I'll give you a real-world example to tie it all together.
Before we get into the day-by-day changes, we need to understand what the plank is actually asking your body to do. Because most people think it's just an ab exercise. That's only a fraction of the story. When you hold a proper plank, forearms on the ground, body in a straight line from your heels to the back of your skull, you are activating what scientists call the anterior and posterior muscle chains simultaneously. Let's break that down. In the front of your body, your rectus abdominis, the six-pack muscle, is contracting. But so is your transverse abdominis, which is the deepest layer of your core, almost like an internal weight belt. This muscle wraps around your spine and is crucial for spinal stability. Your hip flexors are also engaged to prevent your hips from sagging. In the back of your body, your erector spinae, the muscles running along your spine, are working to keep your back flat. Your glutes are firing to keep your hips level. Your trapezius and rhomboids across your upper back are engaged to keep your shoulders from collapsing. And in your extremities, your quads are tight. Your shoulders are in an isometric contraction to hold the position. Even your hands and feet are playing a role in stabilizing the entire chain. This is what makes the plank uniquely powerful. It's an isometric exercise, meaning the muscles are generating force without actually moving. And research shows that isometric training is extremely effective at building muscular endurance, improving motor control, and reducing injury risk, particularly in the spine.
Now let's talk about the timeline. What actually changes and when? Week 1, the awakening. In the first week, you're going to feel it immediately, and not necessarily in a good way. The first time you hold a 2-minute plank, most people hit a wall around 45 to 60 seconds. Your shoulders start to shake, your lower back tightens, your hip flexors scream. Here's why. Your body is being asked to coordinate muscle groups that are not used to working together simultaneously. Your neuromuscular system, the connection between your brain and your muscles, is essentially learning a new language. What you're experiencing is called neuromuscular activation lag. The motor units in your deep stabilizer muscles, especially the transverse abdominis and multifidus, haven't been consistently recruited in this pattern before. By day 3 or 4, this lag starts to reduce. The shaking decreases. Your body begins to find the position more efficient.
Weeks 2 to 4, structural adaptation begins. By the end of week 2, something measurable begins to shift. Your postural muscles, specifically the deep spinal stabilizers, start to increase their endurance capacity. This is called local muscular endurance adaptation, and it happens faster than hypertrophy, muscle growth, because it's neurological first. By week 4, most people notice 3 concrete changes. First, their posture improves. Sitting at a desk for hours starts to feel more natural. The chronic tension in the lower back that comes from a weak core often begins to ease. Why? Because your body has now built a baseline of resting tension in the muscles that support your lumbar spine. Second, daily movements feel easier. Lifting groceries, getting up from a chair, carrying a backpack, all of these tasks involve core stability. When your stabilizers are trained, the body recruits them more automatically. Third, your breathing control improves. The diaphragm and the transverse abdominis share a fascial connection. When you train the TA through plank holds, diaphragmatic breathing becomes more efficient. Some studies have noted improvements in respiratory muscle endurance in individuals who train isometric core exercises consistently.
Month 2 to 3, the compound effect. This is where it gets really interesting. By month 2 and into month 3, a daily 2-minute plank creates what I call structural carryover, meaning the benefits start spilling into every area of your fitness. Research published in PLOS ONE in 2021 looked at individuals who performed daily isometric core training over 8 weeks and found significant improvements, not only in core endurance, but also in lower body strength performance. Squats, deadlifts, jump height, all improved without any additional lower body training. Why? Because a stable core allows the force generated by your legs to transfer more efficiently to the rest of the body. Your balance also improves. The proprioceptive training, your body's sense of where it is in space, becomes sharper. This is particularly significant as we age, where balance decline is one of the leading causes of falls and injury. And for people dealing with chronic lower back pain, the evidence is compelling. A meta-analysis in Spine Journal found that core stabilization exercises, plank specifically included, were significantly more effective than general exercise alone in reducing chronic, non-specific low back pain. 2 minutes a day, 8 weeks, meaningful, measurable change. Let me make this concrete with a real example. Imagine a 34-year-old named Marcus. He works a desk job, 8 to 9 hours of sitting every day. He doesn't have time for a full gym routine, and his lower back has been giving him trouble for over a year. He decides to commit to one thing and one thing only: a 2-minute plank, every morning before his shower. Week 1, Marcus can barely hold 60 seconds before his lower back starts to ache. He breaks it into 2 1-minute sets and works up from there. End of week 2, he holds the full 2 minutes for the first time. His form isn't perfect, but he's consistent. End of month 1, the morning back stiffness that used to take until 10 a.m. to go away, it's gone by the time he finishes getting dressed. He starts standing taller, not because he's thinking about it, but because his body's baseline tension has shifted. End of month 3, Marcus hasn't changed anything else about his lifestyle, but his lower back pain has gone from a 6 out of 10 on most days to a 1 or 2. His core is visibly more defined. He starts adding push-ups and rows to his routine because he feels capable of more. The 2-minute plank didn't transform Marcus into an athlete, but it gave his body a foundation it didn't have before. And that foundation changed everything downstream.
If you found this video useful, hit the like button. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need this kind of information. Subscribe if you're new here, because we break down fitness and health science like this every week on Fitgevity. And drop a comment below. Tell me, can you already hold a 2-minute plank, or are you starting from scratch? I read every comment. See you in the next one.